Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2024 Legal Tech Talk. Can I just see how many of you guys are doing conveyancing? Okay, okay, most of you. So you know E4 by heart. Okay. So before I start, ek moet net vir julle sê, Suid-Afrika is 'n beautiful land. Ons is hierso om van te hê, ons is nie in die kerk nie, dit kom Sondag. So asseblief, jy weet, as julle vra het, vra, as julle nie kan sien nie, vra asseblief vir my om dit uit te lees vir julle, by all means. So, die laaste keer wat ek soveel mense toegespreek het, was ek deel van die lot wat gesing het, hy lyk vir my so Tan Koek se hoenderhaan, né? Jy weet wat hulle sê, always the best man, never the groom, maar baie keer dink ek het 'n bullet gemis daarso. Reg. I'm going to switch over to English. So, my talk is mostly going to be about complacency, but there is also some cybersecurity factors in it. So we're going to start right in the beginning, and I want you to help me with an exercise whereby you've got to imagine that this is 2027. You've just left the 2027 Legal Tech Talk event. You go down the staircase, you take out your key fob, and you press the button to open your door. You open the door, and that luxury smell of Napa leather escapes. And as you get inside to the car, this is a brand new Bentley, one of 10 that's been imported to South Africa. And you look at the middle console, and there's something familiar that you see. Lady with the blonde hair, you look a bit flustered. Don't worry, it's not a Mills and Boon romance novel. Okay, so you get into the car and the phone rings, and it's Times Media. Times Media is contacting you not because you drive one of 10 Bentleys in South Africa. Times Media is contacting you because you are the owner and the MD of a Fortune 500 company. That's why they're phoning you. And the reason why you are that owner and that privilege to have a Fortune 500 company is because of the decision you took here 3 years ago. So we're going to start at the beginning. First, there was DOS to Windows. Right. Analog to digital, and then manual to automated. But there's a new kid on the block. So I want to add into that, so are the days of our lives, eh? So there's a new kid on the block, and that's AI. And I'm going to touch on AI a little bit later. So technology has become an integral part of our daily lives. It is our decision to embrace technology and adopt it, or remain in the dark ages and become non-competitive. So just to prove to you how we take technology for granted, who knows Alexa? It's not your sticky or your scallimpy in Plattekloof. Anybody? Okay, great. Have you got Alexa? Not, okay. So Alexa is the basic form of AI, artificial intelligence. And you're going to ask me, what is artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is basically the overarching technology using software and hardware to mimic intelligent human behavior. The average IQ of the AI that's available today to us as consumers is 155. That is 2%, the IQ of 2% of the global population. And IQ is learning. It's learning every single day. So those of us that are privileged enough to have Alexa, we use it on a daily basis. We don't even know it. And Alexa is already 10 years old. My next question. We all have one of these. Huisgenoot. So have you ever found yourself, and I'm taking my own example, you sit with your buddy and you're talking, and he says to you, geez, have you seen the new 2024 Ford Ranger? Brilliant car, bi-turbo, it beats yours, which is mine, the 3.2 T7. So I look at the chap and I said, oh, you know, it looks amazing. But the cost of maintenance that I spent on my Ranger a month is much more than the maintenance I pay to my ex-wife. You get home and you've got a bit of free time, and you go on your phone, you access Facebook. What do you see? the new Ford Ranger, splattered all over the phone, Facebook. It's listening, it's evolving. Who here can give me an example of an icon that we grew up with that's no longer an international icon? Yes. Perfect example. Any more? Kodak, thank you. You read my notes, by the way. So, yeah, Kodak, IBM, recently Tupperware. Okay, so back for all of us to adders, and if you grew up like myself, ice cream or Rama tubs, best. Okay, so Kodak is a prime example of an international icon that failed to embrace technology. So they were established in 1888, and they made the decision not to adopt technological advancement and opted to remain analog. So that was mainly because management was complacent and they didn't identify or recognize the changing needs of their customers. So what happened then? 2012, with 160,000 employees, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. I want you to read this caption and think a little bit about it, because I'm going to ruffle some feathers in about a minute. So, the only thing in life that is certainty is that change is inevitable. The current way you perform your daily task is might not be the most smartest, correct, time or cost efficient. In instances, our employees dictate to us which systems they wish to use to perform their tasks. Even if the said software systems are outdated, might have manual processes involved, like the updating of the software or the backing up of your database, vulnerability to cybercrime, or just more expensive. So there are a couple of reasons for that, but the most prominent ones are, first of all, they're in their comfort zone, okay? They're complacent, or they might not have the ability or the want to change. And that is detrimental to your firm. Because why? Being stuck in the dark ages or becoming a dinosaur will stagnate the growth and potential of your firm. And we all know what happened to the dear old dinosaurs. They died, gone to baby Jesus in the sky. So our only economic stability that we've got as legal professionals is our ability to change. In order to survive in today's fast-paced and competitive environment, consolidating products and product expenditure is key. What we are doing today here is providing you with the intelligent tools for you to create new strategies and alleviating manual processes and freeing you up to diversify. Sorry. No. There we go. If lockdown has taught us anything, is that complacency is the kiss of death. Having been forced to work remotely, shortcomings were exposed of systems, and I'm talking specifically from a conveyancing point of view, that is my point of reference, whereby employees were forced to be office-bound to access the system. So in today's life, it is more important than ever to have systems, reputable systems in place that's got disaster plans for backups, and which basically takes ownership of the hosting of your intellectual property and the security thereof, whilst giving you the freedom to work remotely. The reason why I say that, if you still have desktop-based software or locally hosted software, you are paying for the cost of your SQL renewals every 4 years. You are paying for the maintenance of that software, so you most probably got an IT consultant if you're a bigger firm, plus the expense of service, very expensive service. So with the increase of cybercrime stats, the implementation of advanced digital certificates, encoded, encrypted, end-to-end communication systems, combined with the continuous monitoring and conducting of risk assessments to identify key vulnerabilities or weaknesses, have become standard in every single firm. If time management is paramount in your firm, and we all know time is money, the logical conclusion is to have one platform that encompasses all aspects of the conveyancing services. The security shouldn't be limited to the hosting of your intellectual property, but also mushroomed across every single aspect of the conveyancing process. The reality in today's life is that legal will have to transform and embrace technology, which will lead to current processes being enhanced, standardized, but more importantly, what new technology and the implementation of that will be is to create new strategies in legal services as demands are intensifying for working smarter and not harder. Most of you will know this movie. If you've got children, you most probably watched it more than once. So I'm going to end off, my name's Riaan, I'm from E4. Both of us proudly South African. And much like Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls, I'm wide open for business. So come and chat to me afterwards at the E4 stand to see how I can add value, or we can add value to your firm in reaching its utmost potential. If you forget about me today, I want you to remember the following. It's not patented, so please feel free to use it in your workplace or in your daily life. Be fast, be first, or be eaten. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honor.